Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks so much for being here. If you haven't joined us before, my name is Bane, and I'm here to bring you interviews with some of your favorite Minecrafters. Tonight we have a very special guest, someone I'm pleased to call my friend, but before I introduce him, I wanted to take a minute to talk to you about tenacity. We're into the last stretch of 2017, summer's gone now, and it's time for Apple Spice, Attack of the Pumpkins, and new holiday avatars. Some of you are going scary, some are going spooky, but some of us are going with a simple gray soup-themed recolor because we're too scared. That's right, I said it. My name is Bane, and I'm a Halloweenie. But even more, this is Inktober, the month where so many of you artists are doing at least one ink drawing a day, and next month is Nanowrimo, or National Novel Writing Month, which is pretty self-explanatory. And what these challenges have in common is tenacity, the ability to return to your pens or keyboard day after day, pushing yourself even when you feel like you're not up to the task. And I think that's the secret for so many artists of all different kinds, never giving up. There will always be setbacks in life, some of them wrenching, others completely heartbreaking. There will be times when you feel so drained that finding that creative wellspring inside of you feels impossible. But don't give up. Even if you think you've messed up or you're beyond the point of no return, grab your medium again, whatever it is. Scream into the emptiness with lines or words or code. Don't ever stop. And along that line, please give a warm The Bane Show welcome to the person you call Uni-chan, Dooney, and Goat Mama. It's the prolific and persevering UNiCOMICS.
Hi guys, I'm here. Hello, how's it going? Sorry, I'm a bit late. I just, everything.
Yeah, it's good. You're very low-key entrance
Maybe
there.
You don't want to... Oh my god, what is this pig doing?
Pig's name is America, I will have you know.
Oh, apparently it says it's America 2.0.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe something happened to our original pig?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Sure, you don't know what happened to the original America. All right, well, anyways, welcome to the show. I trust you had a good trip from England. Fun fact, it takes much less time for us both to log into Minecraft and chat than it does to fly across the Atlantic Ocean.
I suppose.
So can I call you Mr. Comics, or was Mr. Comics your father?
No, just call me Uni on UNiCOMICS, no mister.
All right, fine. Now, my hours and hours of research and chats, getting to know you, all of this has led me to a truly groundbreaking discovery about you, which is this. You are an artist.
I suppose I am, I guess.
Art is good. Now, when did you start artisting? That's the right word, right?
I mean,
from the verb form.
I kind of went a bit like I started when I was young, and then I stopped, and then I started, and then I stopped, and then I started. I feel bad because I felt like I drew like a whole rainforest away. Was it quite bad?
Was it good though?
I mean, the drawings were terrible.
So the birthday boy, who's one of Twitter fans, wants to know what first inspired you to be an artist.
Oddly enough, it was like reading like Spider-Man comics. Like I used to get them from like the bookstore. It was Spider-Man and then the X-Men books in the 90s. I loved like reading those, and the X-Men had like an event going on at the time called the Age of Apocalypse. That was really cool.
Sounds very like apocalyptic, if you will.
Yeah, of course. All their titles, they changed all their titles. So instead of like Generation X or something like that, it was called X Generation. And instead of like Cable, they called the book Nate Gray. And like Nate Gray, he's like in the Age of Apocalypse universe. So I'm getting massively nerdy here now. In the Age of Apocalypse universe, Nate Gray is Cable, but without like the techno virus that he was strucken with in the regular Marvel universe. So he has like telepathy and like telekinesis. He's basically like, again, nerd levels going way up here. He's like an omega level mutant. He's pretty cute.
That sounds pretty cute. You realize, of course, that this is in fact a very safe space as far as nerding out is concerned, yes?
Okay, sure.
You realize every person watching this is going to be a nerd, yes?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think
Do you want to look at the camera and say hello to your fellow nerds?
Hello, nerds. I'm a fellow nerd too.
Yay! So you just mentioned killing the rainforest, which, no one's usually a fan of. I know you do some digital art, though, so what medium do you work with nowadays?
I just stick with digital from now on. Like I said, I want to save the rainforest. So I just take down digital rainforests.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was like, magic wand, if there was sage smudging involved, incantations to the art shots.
No, it's none of that. It's just like whack 'em and Photoshop and everything else.
Whack-a-mole, like the tablet. Okay, I thought you were saying
yeah.
like your art style is like playing whack-a-mole, that you just like bam, bam, bam right through them.
No.
Well, I know you're incredibly prolific and you work very, very quickly. Obviously, this is an arbitrary question to say, how long does it take you to do an art? But like, you know, what's sort of a ballpark if you were to sit down and do like a quick sketch or something
If I were to do a quick sketch, nobody will ever believe me.
All right. Even if no one would ever, I think I got the right number of evers in there, believe you, what is it?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? No way!
That is not for a sketch. That's 30 minutes from start to finish.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's insane. Yeah. That's insane. Are you just like gifted by the great and mighty gods, or is this just like thousands of hours of work, or
no.
that?
Once you've gotten to a certain stage of like level of arting of sorts, I can competently draw. Now it's just a fact of, right, I need to be able to move from drawing good to drawing quick, because if I draw quick I can do more stuff and have more free time, so on and so forth. When you draw every day you get better as you go along. You can't get bad at drawing. You can only just get better, because like for me there's not really like bad artwork out there, you know, there's like levels of artwork. I mean, there was a video that I saw years and years ago that talks about art isn't finished until somebody sees it, and I think that is important.
And how did you make the leap into Minecraft? Was it sort of like a Tron-like trip with all these pointy edges, but you get pretty banged up in here sometimes, huh?
I just came across, saw it in a video, and I was like, I want to play Minecraft now, and I did.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Like, it's as boring as that.
But I know that obviously, you know, you're not just like, you know, a sketching artist or a painter or anything like that. You do, from Newscape Pros role plays, you do custom HD skins, in-story art, like pictures, paintings, thumbnails. And that's not even getting started on recording or the things that you do for your own channel. So how do you balance that kind of workload?
I forgo sleep. That's basically it.
I'd laugh, but I'm actually worried. So
so basically, it may sound silly, but you should get sleep, people. Like, don't neglect sleep. Don't be like me. Don't do as I say. Just you know, whatever. I can't really
do
think
as I do. You might be a little sleep deprived, so you know that could have something minor to do with it. Do you schedule things, or do you complete things as the spirit moves you?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. So, I mean, I have a schedule, like it's just a spreadsheet, and it just says, "Oh yeah, you got to do this today," and half of the time I don't look at it. Which is really bad. The other times I do, when it's like something really important, then I'm like, okay, I'll get that done, and then it's done.
We get these little glimpses online sometimes of your island, the foggy town, which looks familiar to anyone who's seen your title card.
So the island is kind of like something that I want to do for like people who like watching video games being played and stuff like that, and I kind of wanted to just like make my own video game that I play, though it'll be very poor man's like bare bones computer, but like I have like a cool story, there's like a language. There's not really much I can say about the island just now. It's still cooking, but it's going to be interesting. And it will have like a lot of references to a lot of people.
See, now that's the second time I've heard you refer to it as still cooking. The first time, of course, being the vlog update that you put out a couple weeks ago here. And now I just want cookies. Both times. I don't know why you just said it's still cooking. And now, please, from all of us at the Bane Show, please include cookies at some point in the island.
There'll be something there, food related. Right. It won't be red soup. Like, I can't say red soup.
Fair enough.
The foggy town thing, that's a secret. Sorry guys. That's going to be a super secret thing until it's released. It's nearly done. I just need to do a few things on it.
Well, fine. So, you keep it super duper super secret.
I mean, I'll keep showing but like stuff from it, but it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be spoopy, hopefully.
Spoopy.
Spoopy.
Excellent. I think everyone loves spoopy things, especially this time of year.
I'm aiming for it to be released sometime this month.
Really?
But, to do the video on it.
Ooh.
So it's going to be that.
That's going to give us something fantastic. See, I'm so excited I can't even speak properly, but fantastic to look forward to, darling. So another quick thing I wanted to talk to you about is Uni-chan. Yes.
Oh,
Why the reaction?
I don't know. I'm just like.
Are you getting shy? Do you feel the need to say a certain word? A particular. Yeah, that's so. There we go. All right, we got it. Yeah. So what I wanted to talk about specifically is that, Uni-chan is a character that we've really kind of seen sort of explode, especially in terms of like fan art on Twitter and stuff like that. And what do you think it is about Uni-chan that really appeals to a lovely audience?
I mean, it started off as like an internet meme, and then like it kind of turned into something else. And then like we were just doing a recording, and I thought, wouldn't it be funny to just have Uni in a dress, like in a schoolgirl outfit, and then just have him say, like, have me say going like IGOU. But and then we did it, and then that was it. Uni-chan was born, and everybody loved Uni-chan, and then just started drawing. Like I get a bunch of Uni-chan pictures every day on Twitter, and I love it.
So keep up the Uni-chan fan art. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. And then people was like saying, because of the hardcore quest, a load of people were like saying, "Oh, is there a Uni-chan? Is there really a Uni-chan?" I'm like, well, I'm just going to put this picture here, just basically confirming, yes, there is a Uni-chan.
So it's literally like, I'm just going to put this here and walk away and see what kind of happens.
Yeah, and then people lost their minds over that, so it's great. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Uni-chan skin because I love it so much.
We did have a couple of questions about the hardcore quest because, it's shrouded in mystery, I think, which, very many shrouds, many different colors of shrouds, who knows? But
layers.
Yes, like an onion or parfait or like...
I don't really like onions.
Yeah, you gotta caramelize them. That's the secret with onions.
I don't really mess with onions. They usually make me cry.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's tragic. Oh my gosh. Hardcore quest. So people, I don't think, know really how it's made. And I don't want to, get you to reveal all your trade secrets here necessarily, because I, of course, know nothing about how the...
You'll be surprised how much their secret sauce is not really so much of a secret.
Thom first asked us, what inspired you to write the hardcore quest? Did you know the story from the start? And Davin asks, is the hardcore quest scripted or something like improv? So maybe you can kind of take us through a little...
Okay, I haven't really explained this. I mean, I've done a few Q&As on Twitter about it, but I haven't really gone in depth. But you lot will be very surprised that the entirety of the hardcore quest is actually written in 10 bullet points.
10 bullet points?
Only 10.
Only 10? Each episode, just 10 bullet points, that's it?
No. As a whole series.
What?
Start to finish.
No.
Yeah. The rest of it is all in my head.
Oh my goodness. Was that something that you started with the 10, or you started with like 3 and then kind of added on?
No. It was 10. The 10 bullet points are just like the 3 main points of the series. Like you may like kind of guess where they were, depending on where the series how the series starts, the changes in like events that happen in the series, and so on and so forth. But the rest of it is all on the fly. Nothing's like truly written down. It's only 10 bullet points that are, and that's the start, middle, and end stuff. And everything else is just in my head.
Wow, so for each episode, you go into it, you build the sets, obviously, yourself.
With a few other people.
Well, okay. Any names you want to particularly drop?
Ashley, Nick, JonJon, Dawn, they help. And of course you, Bane, you helped build the magical Mist Island.
Yeah, I did like an underwater room and then was like, I have to go do something else or be sick, because that's usually what usually happens with me. Yeah. Good times all around. So, as a completely impartial third-party observer who has certainly never been part of the hardcore quest on a somewhat weekly basis, so that filming process, obviously first person, so you kind of give people the overview of like what's going down, and then it's just like unleash the chickens.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. Like I usually like just explain to them, explain to the people that film with me what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and then we just do it. Like, and then we just see what happens next. Because the series is built to just like have fun with. So I just have like I have my bullet points, and then I have like the goals of what each episode has done, because each episode is filmed on the day before, so that way I don't know, like it's just out of the way of everyone's schedule, and it's just like nice way to just have fun with like a silly dumb series about 5 friends who just have crazy adventures, and then we're gonna do like a new series after the hardcore quest ends.
What can we expect to see from the rebrand, and perhaps have we seen that new world before? Say perhaps
we have
with this land, which may own a certain pug.
Yes, we have. We did at the 50th episode. We did a sort of into the future type of thing. And sometimes I look at the comments and tweets that people talk about the THQ, and then I think, oh, cool, this is cool. I like how they're speculating this, and then like I sort of have a giggle when they go like really crazy with their theories. But I'm like, you know what? That's actually pretty good. Like that's really close. Like only a few people have gotten close to what the series is all about.
You sometimes see those comments that are like, legend has it that so and so will appear. You actually do appear, albeit like secretly, like the ghost of IGOU or something.
Yeah, the ghost of IGOU. Yeah, I like working that way, where like I sort of react to how people react. Sometimes I would say somebody would be like, "Oh my god, Corey's coming back!" Like sometimes I'd bring Corey back. And then, I say to myself, wouldn't it be funny if we just kill him straight away? And then we just kill him. By the way, there's multiple Corys in that universe.
Oh, so okay.
Corey never dies.
Okay, so we don't need to really feel like that bad. Like the ones you carry.
There's also, I don't know when this will go out, but people might have seen the Jon Stoner crossover that we're doing. That will sort of detail more of the multiple versions of ourselves. That won't deal with the whole Dooney stuff and everything. That would just deal with a whole bunch of other things that's happened in the series that we've that I've carefully put in as the series goes on. Yeah,
something I don't know. Easter bunnying it, dropping your eggs everywhere, just tucking them away here and there.
In the newest arc, I've been doing that because I've liked the Jon Stoner series a lot, and I thought, oh man, it's doing universe jumping stuff, so I like universe jumping stuff as well. So I'm like, all right, I'm putting that in this series.
Nice.
So I thought, it would be a really cool idea to put Jon Stoner in the hardcore quest, and I said to John, do you want to put it in the hardcore quest? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And we're like, okay, let's do it. And then we did it.
Let's talk about your live streaming videos for a second on a slightly different tack, because you've been uploading some really fantastic, or streaming really, some fantastic Let's Draws lately. So what's that like to have people watching you literally from all over the world?
Nerve-wracking. I fumble my words quite a bit, just like I am now. I fumble. I do waffle on a lot. Sometimes I worry that people get bored of what I'm saying.
But waffles are delicious. Who doesn't like waffles?
Not my waffling, so yeah.
And you also have a Twitter comic running at the moment. Is that true?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do that every Sunday. I'm actually out of pages on that, so I have to draw more. So.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I kind of got a little bit too excited and released half the amount. So I have to ink the rest of them.
All right. Well, it is Inktober, so that's kind of
that is true.
It's very handy.
Yeah, I've actually started doing Inktober, so
yeah.
It's the first time I've ever done Inktober.
Oh, that's awesome.
It will sound really horrible, but I never like doing those sort of things where oh wow, the whole internet is joining in to do one cool thing, and here I am being a total hipster and not doing it.
Or a troll just living under your bridge, just being like, no, I will not draw pretty things. Ha ha.
And that's the thing, really. So basically, this year I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Inktober. I haven't missed a day yet.
Nice.
So it's going to be good.
Fantastic. Good to hear that. All right, so now we have some questions from the fans, and there are, of course, as you might imagine, quite a few of them. So we'll try to speed through these with as little overlap as possible. And as with last time, I'm going to try to read these out by the name of folks' Twitter handles, or whatever's actually beside your handle. So not the handle, but your name, because I know how to English. Yeah. So,
handles here, right?
Yes. That's, hang on tight, because we're about to move at lightning speed. All right, so Cookie wants to know what character or characters you mostly draw, and this is echoed by Absolgirl Drawer 123 and Bad Luck. So they basically want to know, what do you like drawing the most, what's the most fun, and why?
I like drawing human faces. I find it very interesting. It's really weird because I talk to people online and it's just voices. So as I'm talking to people, I try to visualize what they look like as they're talking. When I draw faces, I always try to make sure that they have a bit of life to them, so they don't look uncanny, because that can happen with some things, especially in 3D animation.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You may have seen me try and do like a 3D head of like a cartoon version of myself. I don't know. Like I guess I just try to make sure that it's like faces just look expressive or interesting to look at.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's really fascinating, and thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
Spooked Lettuce wants to know, does Uni like lettuce? And says it's different this time because it's not John.
I actually do like lettuce. Sometimes I lean towards like, you know what? I hate eating meat. I might be a vegetarian.
So lettuce definitely on the plate then. Breezy Bun wants to know who or what inspired you to do YouTube.
Nobody really. I just was like, it would be cool to upload my drawings, and then I just did it.
Nice. So you inspired yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that. Very enterprising. D Cookie wants to know, what is your dream other than being an artist?
I don't know. I don't really think that far ahead. I sometimes joke about I just want to retire to Japan to become a rice farmer or something. But that's like just like a joke where I'm like, you know what? I just want to retire to like somewhere really far away from a lot of people, so I can just sit down and draw. And that's it. Like, it sounds really horrible, but like that's the thing.
So you'd be a rice farmer in order to support your hobby of being an artist at that point, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Dory wants to know, what are your thoughts on fan-made skins?
In what sense? Like...
I don't really know. There isn't too much context there.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind. I've noticed there's been a surplus of like pug skins on Hypixel recently, so I think that's pretty cool.
Just like whole flocks of. I mean, I don't really know.
I've met a few pugs when I've played Bed Wars. I've obliterated them all. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've destroyed them.
Battle pugs? Right. Is that a thing?
Battle pugs.
I don't know. I'm just saying, you're making an island. It's a video game. You could also make battle pugs. Flamey wants to know, what do you like to do in your free time?
Oddly enough, the stuff that I do in my free time, I do what I like doing anyway, which is doing artwork. So I usually just do that.
Oh my goodness, you're like the virtuous artist. Dancetta wants to know, is there a place you always wanted to visit, and if so, where?
Japan.
Oh, all right. The rice farming dream, of course.
It's more of a case that, in my mind, I seem to think that they're very polite over there, and I like being quite polite. As contrary to popular belief, like from the videos, I actually do quite like being polite. If I ever do go, I will probably like do like a massive crash course in like learning like one of the 6 languages of Japanese. So
oh wow, that would be an undertaking. So there are a couple of questions. You're notoriously kind of the saltiest one of the crew.
Okay.
So some guys is asking what makes you the saltiest of the whole group, as did Hunter Ray Goodman, and also added who insults you the most. I think this whole reputation of you being salty is super funny, just because I know you and I don't think of you as a particularly salty person. Where do you think that comes from?
I think it's mostly because I feel quite passionate about things. Like when we play the games, like I put myself as playing the games. Like half of the time, sometimes it's an act, but like most of the time it is like it's me playing it. Like if there's like a slight comment saying, yeah, he just kills us all anyway, it's mostly because I'm just playing the game and I'm just enjoying myself, which I think is kind of the point of video games. So the whole saltiness is when I get killed too easily on Dead by Daylight and I just get really angry because it's like, oh my god, I wish I could do something about it, but I can't because I'm terrible at the games.
As long as you like them, that's all that matters. Now, there were a couple of questions here about asking you to choose between your friends, and I'm not going to read those because I don't think that choosing between friends is very nice. However, one person did ask, and this is from Dolky, Dooney or Uni-chan. And I figured since they're both you, it's kind of, fair game there.
So who am I picking?
Uni-chan or Dooney?
Hard question. That really is. I'm going to say Uni-chan, because Uni-chan is adorable.
I think that anybody could concede that Uni-chan is freaking adorable as well. Spoopy Trash wants to know, do you wear glasses?
I do. Actually, my glasses are too small for my head, so...
Oh no!
Yeah, so it's because I got a big round head.
And here I thought you had such a cubular head.
Sadly, it's round. As shocking as that is, guys, it's very round.
Alex Marvelous Fox wants to know, Is your hair dyed blue in real life?
No, not at the moment. I'm actually thinking of dyeing it a different colour. I'm leaning towards the colours of purple, pink, and maybe a darker blue. I'm not sure, but like one of those.
Oh, well, that's fantastic because you answered the question from Dindigo Wildchild. So make sure
Right.
you put Dindigo on that list of, potential colors for your hair. Dizzy wants to know if you could.
Okay.
Would you get a giraffe onesie in real life?
I actually have a onesie. It's actually a bear.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here so excited right now. You have no idea.
I usually wear that during the winter.
Does it have paws?
It does not.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's got a little tail, so it's really cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And
Do you play with the tail all the time?
No,
Because I would.
The cat usually just comes on and nibbles it.
So you just kind of feel a tug on the nether quarters, and it's just like you turn around and there's a cat you just chomped on back there?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine what the cats would do with a giraffe onesie. You did mention Inktober earlier. Do you have any advice to other artists for the rest of their Inktober for, inktastic success?
I would say try and push yourself. Don't draw what you would normally draw. Like for my Inktober, I wanted to push myself in terms of inking. And that's obvious because it's Inktober. But it's more of a case of finding faster ways to draw. And also to do a better job at drawing backgrounds, people in general, because I still struggle at that. So, I'm a grown artist, everybody is. So they're always trying to find new ways of drawing or just creating stuff in general. Try and find like something that you're very interested in and just stick with that, I guess. Have fun with it.
I did hear in one of your earlier videos that we're looking ahead for a 70k subscriber special video. Any hints about that?
No. A load of people will probably say, oh, is it a face reveal? No, it's not a face reveal. Sorry, fellas. It's not a Let's Draw or anything else like that. It's going to be something very special.
Yeah, okay. A special is what we're looking
for. I can't really say anything more than that, to be honest, because I don't want to ruin it.
Well, I think a special is plenty to go on. Okay. You are at just about 65,000 subscribers right now, so it honestly shouldn't be too much longer to wait. Thank you so much, UNiCOMICS, for stopping by. Folks,
sorry, don't mind me. I'm just trying to...
Yeah, no worries. And folks, if you like to see the two of us hanging out, don't forget to... Yeah, it's pretty nice, right? Don't forget to subscribe to both our channels. That way you won't miss out on any of Uni's fantastic new content, including that 70,000 subscriber special, Hardcore Quest, and a live stream of Death Road to Canada coming up. So, yeah. That's an evil laugh. That is a very evil laugh. All right. And if
I'm out of here.
All right. So if you like this interview, don't forget to share it so other folks can see it too. Next time, I'm going to interview the one and only Ashley9596, and you are not going to want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching. You're the best audience a Minecraft host could hope for. Keep on inking that Tober, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!